I'll kill for her. I'll kill 'bout her. And I ain't scared to say I'll die 'bout her. These prophetic words, posted by Telvin Osborne in 2021, would become a haunting reality. In the early morning hours of February 23rd, 2025, in a quiet Georgia home, a single gunshot shattered more than just the silence. It ended the life of a 30-year-old father, exposed deep racial tensions, and sparked a nationwide debate about justice, relationships, and the deadly mix of alcohol and firearms. Hello world, I'm Winford, and I'll be your guide through this story. Stay tuned for a truly crazy and eye-opening experience that is never to make light of the situation or what happened to anybody involved, but to bring awareness of this type of stuff going on out there in the world today. Much love and blessings to the victim and the families involved. Midville, Georgia, population just over 800, sits in the heart of Burke County. It's a town where railroad tracks cut through Main Street, where Friday night football games draw the whole community, and where 65% of residents are African American. This small agricultural community, founded in 1885, has always been a place where racial dynamics shape daily life. In this setting, Telvin Osborne was born on December 16, 1994. The son of Shirley Ann Rakins and the late Larry Don Osborne, Telvin grew up in a sprawling family of 14 siblings, 9 sisters, and 5 brothers. Without a father figure, Telvin learned early to be protective of his family, a trait that would define his adult life. Despite the challenges of his upbringing, Telvin found his path. He became an ironworker apprentice, known for his strong work ethic and dedication. By age 30, he was father to 4 children from different relationships, but it was his connection with Hannah Cobb that would prove most significant. Hannah Cobb, 25, came from a different world within the same small town. The daughter of a local law enforcement officer, she grew up in Midville's more affluent area. Their relationship began in 2020, and despite raising eyebrows in both communities, they built a life together, having 2 children of their own. Friends and family described their relationship as passionate but volatile. Social media posts from both parties painted a complex picture. Telvin frequently expressed his absolute devotion to Hannah, while also making controversial statements about race and relationships that would later come back to haunt his memory. Also, a lot of Telvin's antics regarding black women in particular were unkind, to say the least. From a quick scroll through his social media pages, you could quickly see that his choice of woman would never be of his own race. Text messages obtained by investigators reveal a pattern of intense arguments followed by passionate reconciliations. Hannah's friends reported she often complained about Telvin's late nights and drinking, while Telvin's family noted Hannah's possessive behavior and quick temper. The couple lived in a modest home on 4 Points Road near Waynesboro, where neighbors reported frequent arguments, but no previous police calls. Their children, ages 3 and 1, were often seen playing in the yard, presenting a picture of domestic normalcy that masked underlying tensions. February 22nd began as a typical Saturday. According to witnesses at local bar The County Line, Telvin and Hannah were there together until around 2 a.m. Security footage shows them leaving separately. Hannah first, visibly upset, followed by Telvin about 20 minutes later. Between 2 a.m. and 5:45 a.m., when the 911 call was made, what transpired remains disputed. Hannah's initial statement claimed they were checking their firearms, a nightly ritual she said they shared. However, this detail was later contradicted by Sheriff Alfonso Williams. The 911 call, obtained through public records, reveals Hannah's panicked voice. "Please help. I didn't mean to. We were just arguing. The gun went off." In the background, sounds of children crying can be heard. What do you think about the discrepancies between Hannah's initial statement and the evidence that emerged? When deputies arrived at 5:45 a.m., they found Telvin with a single gunshot wound to the chest. The scene painted a complex picture: an overturned coffee table, scattered beer cans, and a 9mm handgun on the bedroom floor. The children were found in their room, thankfully physically unharmed, but traumatized. Forensic analysis revealed gunshot residue on both Hannah's hands and to Telvin's chest, suggesting close-range discharge. The bullet's trajectory indicated Telvin was likely seated or kneeling when shot. Blood alcohol tests showed both parties were well over the legal limit. Hannah at 0.14 and Telvin at 0.18. The investigation took an unexpected turn when detectives discovered security cameras in the home. While the bedroom where the shooting occurred had no camera, footage from other areas showed the couple arguing intensely in the kitchen shortly before the shooting. As news of the shooting spread, Telvin's social media history became a lightning rod for controversy. His posts from 2021 to 2024 revealed deeply problematic views about black women, including statements that he preferred sleeping with a dog rather than a black woman, and that the dog must be white. These posts sparked intense online debate. The hashtag #Black Women Stay Out of This trended nationally, with many black women refusing to advocate for justice in his case. Meanwhile, others argued that his personal views, however offensive, shouldn't diminish the tragedy of his death or influence the investigation. Hannah Cobb's arrest came 24 hours after the shooting, leading to charges of involuntary manslaughter, simple battery, family violence, and reckless conduct. Legal experts, including prominent defense attorney Joe Tamburino, suggest these charges might be upgraded as more evidence emerges. The case has raised questions about preferential treatment, given Hannah's family connections to law enforcement. Civil rights attorneys have become involved, monitoring the case for any signs of racial bias in the prosecution or defense. The tragedy has divided Midville. Weekly protests outside the courthouse demand justice for Telvin, while counter-protesters argue for Hannah's innocence. The children are now in the custody of Hannah's parents, sparking another controversy as Telvin's family fights for visitation rights. Local churches have held unity services, trying to bridge the racial divide that the case has widened. Meanwhile, domestic violence organizations have used the case to highlight the dangers of mixing alcohol, firearms, and domestic disputes. This case transcends a simple domestic tragedy. It forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about race, relationships, and justice in America. While Telvin's controversial views and Hannah's actions will be debated, 4 children must now navigate life without their father, and 2 families are forever changed. What do you all think about this case, though? In my opinion, it serves as a cautionary tale that in a world of constant posting and scrolling, some things just aren't worth posting. We all have opinions and preferences, but if you're going to degrade someone by telling others what those preferences are, you may want to rethink your approach. In this case, I believe Telvin's preferences would have been better received if he wasn't so critical and negative in general towards those who opposed his views. Nevertheless, rest in peace, and I hope justice is served. If you've been moved by this story, please share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth true crime stories that explore the complexities of human nature and the pursuit of justice. Until next time, remember that sometimes the most dangerous predators wear the mask of love. Until next time, be safe and stay aware. Winford out.